today's a beautiful day, I gotta admit. I mean, the sky is kind of getting late. There's no crazy weather, and what are you doing, 11A7? Just waiting for the hot box on my tender to cool down. Tore out of the shed a bit too fast, and I guess my driver and Tryman should have oiled it. Yeah, but that happens. We are sometimes impatient. Yeah, if you want to talk about impatience, just if you could take my place at Strasbourg for over 50 years and not be moved and or restored, then, well, yeah. Yeah, I guess you have plenty of patience from that. Yeah, so I think it's cooled down enough, so, alright. Feels like it's a great day. That's exactly what I was telling myself a couple seconds ago. Yeah. So, what you doing besides sitting? Well, I'm just thinking. About what exactly? Well, the future. Because, well, diesels did replace us back then. Yeah, too bad. And, well, I bet they will replace us eventually here. What do you mean? Well, face it, 11A7, steam can't last forever. We're expensive to restore, expensive to keep running, and a lot of people are needed, and a lot of money is needed to get us back in operation. Yeah, I guess you're right. And when we're retired, it's kind of a 50-50 chance of us being put back into service. Yeah, that is a very good point. And since there are new faster diesels for passenger service, who knows, there may be faster diesels for freight and commuter service and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I guess you're kind of right. We never know what the future could hold. I mean, in the next, 30, 40 years, I could be scrapped. Same here. This whole railroad could be ripped up, and all this could be gone in a blink of an eye. Yeah, I mean, it is something to think about. Yeah, but I wouldn't think about that too hard. What do you mean? Well, think about it. Think about what got us here today. Think about someone who made a lot of people just fall in love with trains. That would be the Reverend Wilbur Audrey, of course. Yeah, the guy who created Thomas, and the guy who got a lot of us, or a lot of rail fans, to appreciate trains more. Yeah. So we could kind of thank him for us kind of being restored. Yeah. So if we should thank anyone, it should be him, like you said earlier. Yeah, but I'm still kind of worried about the future. Picture this. Seriously, picture it. How many people would be devastated if all of our steam engines were scrapped? A lot. Yes, and how many people would try to save us? A lot. And how much money would they raise? Probably a lot. Yeah, because there's some dang dedicated fans to us. Yep, I guess you're right. Thanks for cheering me, or getting me out of that mindset, 11A7. Anytime. So, anything else that's on your mind? Well, besides my new stands, which, God bless the Redwood Scenic Railroad, just kind of thinking about my life on the, Norfolk and Western. What about it? Well, just kind of all my friends that are sadly no longer with me, such as, well, my original number was 1429, I think. Yeah, it was Norfolk and Western Z something number 1429. So why did they change your number to 2218? Well, after I was retired from the Redwood Scenic Railroad, I was bought by another tourist railroad. I think it was, actually no, I was bought by Steamtown USA, and I was renumbered to 2218, because, a friend of the owner of Steamtown's favorite two numbers were 22 and 18, so 2218. Interesting. After that, the Norfolk Southern Steam Program brought me out of Steamtown for excursion service. I ran alongside 611, but eventually I was retired due to my front axle bearing being severely worn, and eventually they retired me after that. And I was sitting in the back shop when 1218 came in, and like, oh, looks like we got someone to replace me. And, well, I guess that was the case. A couple years later, I was over there. Used to be a tourist railroad, but then it was eventually ripped up and everything was sold for scrap, including the engines. Well, some pretty cool engines, such as a tender engine, Pacific, well, the tender engine was kind of a tender engine like you. A Pacific, Northern, and a couple of others, and they're all scrapped, and some of the cars were saved, so I think this is where you got most of your cars. And eventually I was abandoned in that spot, and then some thieves tried to actually steal me, so they were going to move me over there and have engine sneak onto the line, but eventually the engine never came, so they're just like, nah, leave it here, he'll eventually get scrapped, and, well, you know the rest of the story. Wow, that's quite a story. Yeah, well, I think I better take a nap, because, well, that's the only thing I really do around here, since there's nothing to do. Yeah, I mean, passenger service has, kind of calmed down lately, which, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, I kind of miss all the people climbing on my deck, climbing in my cab. Maybe it should be an exhibit. Yeah, like a cosmetic restoration. Yeah, kind of like the 1218. Yeah, but seriously, where are they going to get, 12 driving wheels and some other parts? Yeah, good point. Well, I think I'm going to take a nap. That's what you do 99.9% of your day. Exactly. Hey Bob. Hey, 1187. What was 2218 talking about? Kind of the future, but then I told him, hey, there are a lot of fans that would hate to see us be scrapped. And then I, kind of talked about what happened. What happened to him? Well, why was he talking like that? Well, he's kind of just considering the future and all that stuff, but, yeah. So what was his story? Well, to put it shortly, he was originally 1429. He ran in the NS, or he was sold to Steamtown, then ran in the NS Steam program, retired, sold to an excursion or tourist railroad over there, and eventually everything was scrapped there except for him, leaving him landlocked. Then a couple of thieves tried to steal him, but that didn't really work out, and you kind of know the rest of the story. Wow, that's quite interesting. Yeah, but I think mine takes the cake for the most interesting story. Well, let's just call it a tie. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Well, to the tunnel I go. When are we ever going to get a shed? I don't know, but honestly, I really don't care. Because, well, first of all, the tunnel is very big, so we could probably store, if 2218's restored, we could probably store him in the tunnel. Second of all, it's, well, it'll be quite expensive, and that could potentially get us bankrupt. Lastly, I honestly very, very much enjoy it. I mean, sure, it is very, very dirty, but hey, it's what I call home. And I'll forever call this railroad my home, and I'll forever call these engines my family.